What's up, Gaming Nation? Heretic here, coming at you live with the new review for the Infinite Warfare beta. I know, I've been slow on content, but the thing is, we've been having kind of a drought on video games. We just barely started to catch up. I know I've been investing some time in some other titles, like the new Tomb Raider that just released for PS4, the BioShock collection. I've been putting some major time into those games. Oh my God, great games, great games. But Infinite Warfare, yeah, I had to pre-order this game because I thought this might have been a turning point. People look at Black Ops 3 and they say, "Oh my God, this one might be so much more different than Advanced Warfare." I'm like, "Okay, buddy, yeah, we say that every year." I mean, I hate to rip into Call of Duty, but I kind of have to since it sells the most copies. Not salty. Success is success after all. But the fact that it's the most successful title and it's the title with the least innovation every year, and it's annualized at that. You know, Even major developers, major publishers such as Ubisoft, even they have gotten smarter over the years, and they've taken break from some of their franchise. Like Assassin's Creed that used to be annualized with the yearly releases, and they decided, hey, maybe that might not be such a good idea for our franchise since it might start being fatigued and sales might drop and the quality of the titles might drop, and therefore people will stop buying our games because they suck. Take a break. Ensure the quality of your titles. But Activision just does not seem to take it. They want that yearly Christmas bonus. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, quality over quantity. Every other year might have been okay, but they still want to do yearly releases, which is pretty heavy on the wallet and pretty much unnecessary considering the amount of changes that goes into these titles. But as for Infinite Warfare itself, look, I'm not gonna make this video very long because there's not much to talk about. For the base gameplay, it is what it is. It's Call of Duty, run and gun with jetpacks. I mean, the changes here are so minute. Drink a shot every time I say Destiny, but they're starting to do that thing where they have so little ideas they're starting to pull from the Destiny games. There's just little subtle cues. People have health bars over their head for some reason, even though you still die within two shots. So it's that health bar is pretty much negligible. They also implemented a new crafting system. I mean, this is supposed to be a Twitch shooter. Just get in, get out, have fun, get a few kills. But this crafting system, it's the newest possible thing that they could have added. And even though we don't have access to it, I wish I had some screenshots. It sounds ultimately just another excuse to pad out the gameplay. It reminds me so much of Destiny, where you're just grinding for new guns. But instead of grinding for them, you're actually creating them because you gotta at least pretend to have like a visual difference. And the crafting system, it's kind of sketchy in my opinion. Why not just let me work for the guns, playing games, because that's what people are going to do anyway. But there's just a lot of cues. They've done that thing where they're starting to share elements between shooters because of the lack of ideas. You got this gun from the FTL class called the Eraser, which is pretty much just your special gun that you charge up and then you get one hit kills. Just like the six shooter from Destiny. They're starting to share too many elements from two different franchises with two different sets of gameplay. And it's just annoying that they've shared ideas instead of just implementing their own. I mean, and as for the core gameplay, I mean, it is what it is. Take a look at it. You're jumping around, you're sliding everywhere, and there's been a lot of complaints about this. People are saying, fuck this game. I hate space gameplay. Where's my on the boost gameplay? And I mean, I guess you could write it off and say, well, that's what the Modern Warfare remastered is for. Boots on the gameplay, that old school game. And I'll touch on that more in a minute. But as for the Infinite Warfare gameplay, I mean, there's nothing huge about it. I mean, I was having fun. I was definitely having fun. Like the bare minimum, I guess, that you could have in a Call of Duty game. As you could tell from the clips, I'm not very good. It's been a while since I played a Twitch shooter. I mean, I played Doom. That was pretty fast paced. It's a good warmer upper. I've definitely enjoyed my time with some of the more well-known modes. Domination, gun game is pretty cool. That's all they got for the beta, really. As for features, they have mission teams, which again, drink a shot, Destiny. It sounds so much like the faction system from Destiny. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it per se. I mean, I'd prefer the old school way of just, playing the game, doing objectives, getting points. But, this adds another dimension to the game, where you earn 5 kills with an LMG, you get some extra points. It's nice. It adds a new system, but again, it feels unnecessary because, who the hell thinks about it? It's just something that happens in the background to get more points, for something extra to pop up on your screen and say, "Hey, you're good at this game," in order to keep your attention. It's an okay system, and as for the classes, there's a few different classes. You got the FTL, which is kind of the support class. He gives out bonuses every time he gets kills with his specials. You got Synaptic, who's the close quarter guy. He's very fast. You got the Merc, who's the suppressor. He's supposed to take a couple more shots, even though I kept on dying at the same rate. And you got the standard warfighter. These are the classes. He's the standard soldier, and these are the classes. Actually, I wouldn't call this a class game. Even though there's different classes, I wouldn't call this a class-based game. Not by a long shot, because nobody's still using their... It seems like, they're trying to push for more team-based gameplay, but in the background. These classes have their own set of benefits for the team, but they seem to be more passive because it seems like the developers have actively acknowledged the fact that there is no team gameplay in this game. It feels like the developers have, just said, we're just going to let the classes work for themselves because we know everybody's just doing their own thing, of course. And it's just really unappealing, the lack of team gameplay, unless you're doing clans or something like that. But honestly, this game is what it is. This game also has supply drops. You don't want to call them microtransactions because that sounds bad, like, really, what is the question you have to ask yourself is what's going to justify this $60 purchase? Is it the crafting system? Come on now. I mean, are you really going to lay down $120 just to play the original Modern Warfare, or $80 was it? I forget, but it's an excessive amount, just to get a dose of nostalgia. I mean, come on, are you really going to support that? But as for this game, yeah, I wouldn't say invest in this game. Don't buy it. I mean, I'm still going to get it because I want to review it, put out more content, and inform people. But really, there's rumors of Activision going back to Vietnam. Vietnam. And that sounds great. I mean, these Call of Duty titles lately have just been the same, and with no significant change whatsoever. And I think it's just that there's more interesting games coming out this fall. You got Final Fantasy, you got Titanfall, you got Watch Dogs, you got Dishonored, and all of those games have, I'm pretty sure, basically more significant changes than any Call of Duty game has in the past 5 years. So best spend your money somewhere else. I'm not asking for Call of Duty to die. I'm just asking for it to be, make some significant, meaningful changes instead of just charging me $60 for a AAA game with microtransactions. I mean, that's what it's coming to. That's what it's coming to with these with the crafting system and the supply drops. It's just gonna stay the same, dude. Like, don't kid yourself. It's Activision. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to have more videos when the new games come out. And I hope y'all enjoyed my videos. I hope y'all use them to stay informed, because there's a lot of games coming out this year that I'm still not completely 100% on, but I'm still going to cover anyway. But I appreciate everybody's support, and thank you for listening to my opinion. It's Heretic, signing off.